Hi everyone, I'm Jim and welcome to Savages, the 9th studio record by the band Soulfly. Today we're celebrating the 10th anniversary of the record, so I decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. I've already viewed some of their records, so go check those videos out. My story with this band is quite simple. My siblings showed me this band when I was an infant. One of my earliest memories is listening to Soulfly's Primitive record, either at the end of 2000 or beginning of 2001. Since then I've been a massive fan of Soulfly and Sepultura. The lineup on this record is Max Cavalera. You might know him, he started that underground, not well known band, Sepultura. Also Nailbump, Cavalera Conspiracy, Go Ahead and Die. He's doing vocals, plays on the 4-string guitar and sitar here. Then we have Mark Rizzo, who played in Il Nino and now he's back in that band. He also has his own solo stuff, which is fantastic. He also plays in a band Revenge Beast, Bleed the Fifth, Cortez, Committee of 13, again lots of various projects. He's the lead guitarist here. He also plays on the flamenco guitar and sitar. Tony Campos of Static X and Asesino plays on the bass and does vocals on one of the songs. And we have Zion Cavalera on the drums. This is his first record with the band. The production was handled by Terry Date, you might know him, he did most of the records by the band Deftones. The production is tight, it's clean but heavy, no loudness or no clipping, just the way I like it. Message is diverse, the songs are mostly about conflicts, war, personal struggles, society, mass media, but mostly war. Structure of the track is between basic and advanced. Usually it goes like this: intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, again the melody from the intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, a long bridge that has like from 2 to 4 segments, then the chorus again and the outro. Sometimes they omit the final chorus to go straight to the outro. Music on this record is like a mix of groove metal, thrash metal, death metal and nu metal mixed with world music elements. The record starts with the song Bloodshed, and the first thing you're going to notice about it is the drumming. Zion is a good drummer. He's not as good as David Kincaid or the previous dude, what was his name? John Nunes or something like that. He was killer, I loved him. Also Roy Mayorga, great guys. So Zion isn't even half as good as them, but his drumming works in the context of the songs. I guess that's the main reason why the tracks are more simpler compared to the stuff on Enslaved, for example. But don't get me wrong, I am not hating on his playing, it's competent, he can groove, he just gets better on every next record. Then we have the bass work by Tony, and it's audible. He mostly follows the guitars, but we have some moments where only the bassist and the drummer are playing together. Love those parts. Then we have the guitar work by Max and Mark Rizzo. When it comes to Max, he mostly does the simpler grooves, you know, chugging, and Mark Rizzo is phenomenal as usual. I love his guitar solos on this record. Also, whenever a guitar riff sounds like it's by Chuck Schuldiner, then you know that Mark Rizzo wrote it. For me, it's very easy to separate which stuff was written by Mark Rizzo and what by Max Cavalera. So the record is mostly saved by Mark Rizzo because his riffs and guitar solos are so melodic and memorable. I love them. Then finally we have the vocals by Max, and I love his voice here. He's old but he still sounds great. The screaming, the growling, the shouting, the yelling is on point. Also Tony Campos is killing it on El Comegenda. His vocals, wow, just wow. When Tony is on vocals on that one song, it reminds me of the band Asesino, where he was the vocalist. And we also have some guest vocalists here. I will talk about their vocal skills in each individual track. So this opening track, Bloodshed, which was also released as a single with a music video before the record dropped, this is clearly the weakest and most generic song on the album. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. The main guitar riff isn't that special. We also have some guest vocals by Igor Cavalera Jr. He's now the vocalist of Go Ahead and Die, another band that Max started. He does some punk styled vocals in the chorus, and it doesn't sound that good, to be honest. So I kinda feel like that entire part of the song, you know, the chorus and the verses, they sound slightly unfinished, but the rest of the song, especially the moments where Mark Rizzo is doing his guitar stuff, Love that stuff. Also the outro, which is very nu metalish, I must say. It's also beautiful. Yeah, it's a great song. I just feel like the verses and the chorus needs some more work. Like, yeah, it's groovy, it's straight to the point, but it doesn't feel finished to me. So yeah, it's the weakest song on the record, 8 out of 10. Cannibal Holocaust, now this one is much more flashier and faster, love the energy here. It's also the shortest song on the record. Love the guitar solo by Mark Rizzo and his riffs in this track. The outro is also fun. It's a banger of a song, not the best one here, but I do enjoy it. 9 out of 10. Fallen features Jamie, the vocalist of I Declare War, and this is one of my favorite songs on this record. I think this is a classic, and it's a crime that this song wasn't released as a single with a music video, because it should have been a massive celebration, because this track sounds so different from previous Soulfly stuff. Like, it's a mix of groove metal, death metal, nu metal, deathcore. Every time the chorus is over, we get a guitar solo. I think there are like 4 or 6 guitar solos here, and every single one of them is so fun to listen to. Jamie is killing it on the vocals. I love his growling. He's the reason why I like listening to the band I Declare War. And also, Max is perfect at the vocals as well. Everything in this song slaps from the beginning to the end. It's such a classic, you know, 10 out of 10. Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla features Neil of Clutch, and this one is probably one of the most experimental tracks on the record, yet it still sounds like typical Soulfly song at the same time. So, let's start with the guitar riffs. Some of them sound very like Death's Symbolic era, so Mark Rizzo probably wrote them. We also have great vocals by Max, but we also have some spoken word at the beginning and at the end, and I truly don't enjoy that. That's the only flaw of this song, because Neil's vocals, they fit the music. The guitar riffs here, some of them are slightly more in the vein of Clutch, which I also truly enjoy. It's an interesting song, check it out. 9 out of 10. Master of Savagery. Now this is a standard Soulfly song with the grooves and the Master of Savagery. Typical stuff. Love the guitar solo here and what Mark Rizzo brings to the table. This is a classic song, it's not perfect, but I don't hate any part of it. I guess it's just a little bit too long for me. That's it. 9 out of 10. Spiral is another highlight of this record. I love the beginning riff. Doom, it has that nu metal aesthetic to it. The grooves. The chorus is the weakest part, but it's still great. I love the bridge in this song, you know. All of the guitar riffs by Mark Rizzo. Love everything about this track. 10 out of 10. This is Violence, another song that has that Chuck Schuldiner vibe to it when it comes to some of the guitar riffs. Love it. Especially the bridge, which is just so nu metalish, you know, it has that scratching on the guitars. Dum 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 wow wow dum 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 waka waka waka. Love that stuff. 10 out of 10. Kill Cut Scalp features Mitch Harris of Napalm Death. He's a great guitarist and he provides vocals here, which is quite nice. He has that screechy, screamy voice, you know, like something like that. Love his contributions to this song. This one is also a classic. I especially love the bridge part because it has groove. It's very nu metalish. Do do doom do doom. Do do doom do doom do do doom do doom do do doom do doom 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 do do doom. Love all of that stuff. 10 out of 10. El Comegente. Now this is the longest song on the record, and it's also one of the most interesting ones. I love the vibe of this song and what the lyrics are about, because they are based on a real person. The first part of the track is very gloomy, groovy, death metalish, evil sounding. It even has genty parts, you know, that waka wow wow waka wow wow waka wow, and the vocals just perfect. Tony is killing it here, same as Max. And then the second part of the song sounds like it's a sequel to Mars from Prophecy. Acoustic, beautiful guitars. Love that main melody there. It's so memorable. I just dig everything about this track. 10 out of 10. Soulfly, the final track on the standard edition. I don't know why this song is the last one. It's the biggest banger here because I love the pre-chorus and chorus, you know. Soulfly, wow, 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 wow. That guitar riff is so good. Like, this song has energy, it's memorable. I enjoy everything about it, especially the pre-chorus and chorus. The bridge part is also quite fun, but it has a slightly different vibe from the rest of the track. 10 out of 10. And now we have 2 bonus tracks. This is something that really annoys me with those new Soulfly albums. This trend started on Enslaved, and I don't know why. Why is the Soulfly song just a bonus track when it always ended the record before that? The 11th song, F Reality. Now this one, I don't know why it didn't make the cut for the album because it's better slightly than Bloodshed. Love the intro with just the bass. It's much more angrier and fresher than the songs on the album. It has that evil atmosphere. Love the chorus and the bridge part. 8 out of 10. And the final song, Soulfly 9, is another part of the Soulfly saga. While it's not my favorite instrumental piece from them, that would be Soulfly 2, Soulfly 6, Soulfly 1 and Soulfly 5. This one is also quite fun to listen to. You can hear that it was written by Mark Rizzo because it has that flamenco and classical stuff in it. It's just great. It should have finished the record, you know, the standard edition. 8 out of 10. To sum it all up, the consistency is stable and the flow is fitting groupability. Yeah, it's an excellent record. I remember that when it was released, it wasn't received well. Many people criticized it for being too long and boring. I also didn't enjoy it at the start that much, but it grew on me over the years. And also because the next Soulfly records weren't that great, like I did not enjoy Archangel and Totem, like almost at all. They're fine albums, but they don't have Soulfly spirit in them. Ritual was great, but those two, Archangel and Totem, yeah, they're the weakest Soulfly records for sure. And Savages still retains the Soulfly spirit, mostly because of Mark Rizzo. I actually feel like Mark Rizzo is what was saving this band from oblivion since Prophecy, because his ideas, the guitar solos, the Chuck Schuldiner inspired riffs, it all makes me want to come back to this record. I want to hear it again. I also want to hear the nu metal influences, you know, that chaka chaka on the guitars, the groovy parts. It's a fun album. If it were up to me, I would make Bloodshed a bonus track, and the record should have started with Soulfly, because that song has an opener vibe to it. After El Comegente, there should be Soulfly 9. So yeah, I would leave Bloodshed and Reality as a bonus tracks. This way I think the record would flow better. That's just my opinion. What else can I say? I truly enjoyed this record. Celebrate the Rossi by spinning it today. It truly deserves your love and attention. That's all from me, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, follow me on Instagram in the description. I will see you in my other videos. Also consider becoming a member on my channel so I can make you an album review or maybe a Doom MIDI cover. Like today, I've made Master of Savagery in Doom. It sounds weird but cool at the same time. Go check it out. That's all. Bye!